All right, what's up, you guys? 10 more informal adjectives right now for you. First one, hardcore. I love this one. Hardcore. It means you're passionate. It means you're committed. It means you don't give up. It means you go at something with all your energy and all your spirit. For instance, athletes. If they practice every day and they never give up and they're known for having perseverance and never-ending energy, the fans would call that athlete hardcore. The fans, that is the supporters of a sports team, would be considered hardcore if they're always wearing their team's jersey and they paint their face and they go to all the games and they cheer no matter how the team is doing because they love the team and they care about the team. Those are hardcore fans. Maybe you sign up for an English class and your friends start noticing that all you do is read English books and watch English shows, and you're constantly speaking in English and you're studying English. You're hardcore when it comes to English. You're hardcore about English. Hardcore. It's a really new, fun word to say, I think. Hope you're hardcore about a couple of things in life. It makes it a lot more fun. All right, get hardcore. There's nothing soft about hardcore. All right, next up, laid back. It's sort of the opposite of hardcore. If you're laid back, you don't care at all. Maybe you ask me about a new job and our boss, and you want to know if your boss will penalize you if you're late to work. I might say, oh no, she's really laid back about it. Don't worry. She won't care if you're late. She's not stressful. She's not stressed. She won't stress out about it. She won't make you stress out about it. She's laid back. So laid back, in that sense, a particular person is not stressed and fairly easygoing about something. Laid back in a more general sense can describe someone if they are never stressed about anything and they have a very easy, calm disposition. If you're laid back, you probably don't get into too many arguments or have too much mental turmoil because you're calm. So laid back can apply to specific situations or general situations. And it can also relate not only to people but to places. I could say Boston, the city of Boston up in Massachusetts, is laid back. It's a laid back place. Nothing like New York. New York is not laid back. New York is busy. New York is crazy. All right, laid back, relaxed, calm, no stress. Get it? All right, next, lame. Now the word lame is sort of dangerous because it used to have a literal definition, meaning someone who was crippled or had some disabilities and maybe was missing limbs or had broken limbs, couldn't walk, they use crutches. That's an offensive term now. But lame, informally, is very common. I use this word all the time to indicate something that's not optimal, something that's below the standard at which it should be. For instance, let's say that I told my colleague that my boss penalizes people if they're just 2 minutes late to work. She might fire you. You might say, that is lame. That's a lame policy. It shouldn't be that way. That's really stupid. It's ridiculous. It's unfair. It's grossly unfair. It's lame. Don't like it. The situation is lame. You could simply say, that's lame. You could say a person is lame, meaning they fall short in some respect that you care about. For instance, supposing someone flakes on you. Remember what that means? They make a date with you and then they don't show up. You might say afterward, oh, she's lame. She thinks she could pull that on me? Flake like that? She's lame. She's no good. Might also say, it's lame. That was lame. So lame, judgmental word, negative, for sure. Okay, next up, out. Out is an adjective to describe people, for instance. And it actually evolved from an idiom, come out of the closet, or simply out of the closet, to refer to someone who has publicly stated that they're gay or lesbian. Ellen DeGeneres, for instance, famously came out of the closet several years back. You could say she came out, and now we would simply say that she's out. She's out. She has publicly acknowledged her sexual orientation. She's out. Someone is out. That's what out means in the informal sense. I'm sure you know many other meanings of the word out in the formal sense. Getting out of the house, for instance. But out, informally, refers to people who are out as gay, publicly gay. Okay, that's out. Next up, pro. Pro, it's short for professional. A professional athlete, for instance. An athlete who's paid to play athletics. A professional singer. A professional. You're a professional. If you have a job, you're a professional. And you are professional. So pro can also mean, more generally, someone is good at something. Someone is effective. For instance, you may ask me if you can trust someone to fix your sink. And I know that he's done a lot of work. He may not be a professional plumber, but he has worked on his own sink for years and helped me out with my sink. So I would say, oh yeah, he's a pro. Yeah, he's a pro. Of course you can trust him. He'll help you out. Go for it. Pro. Yeah, she'll probably do great at the Olympics. She's a pro. She's been running her whole life. She may not be getting paid to run, but she's got some skill and some knowledge and some experience. So if you're a pro in the eyes of others, then you know what you're doing. You're experienced. You're trusted. So that's a pro. Okay, next up, psycho. Think of it as short for psychopath. Okay? You're saying someone screwed up in the head. Maybe someone lies to you. Maybe someone cheats on you. Maybe someone is just known to be mentally abhorrent. Maybe you just don't like someone and want an excuse to badmouth them. Oh, he's psycho. She's psycho. It means crazy. It's not right up there. Hopefully no one thinks you're psycho. Alright, so that's psycho. Next up, sick. Now sick obviously has the literal definition of being ill, having a fever, cold. Sick in the informal sense has two meanings, and they're very different, so I want to differentiate between the two. One meaning for sick is that person who we think is psycho, who cheated on you, or maybe even worse, they told you they were single and you dated them and then you found out they were married or something crazy like that. You would rightly say that person is sick. You're almost saying that they're mentally sick. Like the only way that they could pull something like that off on you is if they weren't right in the head. He's sick. He will hurt you without even feeling bad about it. That's sick. So that's sick in one respect, negative respect. Sick in a positive respect You can use sick to refer to anything that you think is really awesome, really cool. I got a new laptop computer and it's small and it's fast and it's shiny, and my friend told me, yo man, that laptop of yours is sick. This is a sick computer. I love it. It appeals to me. Sick can describe my day if I win the lottery. Be like, sick. Free money? I love it. Sick. This is sick. This is a sick day. This has been a sick week for me. Been making lots of money. Everything's been going right. So you clear on those two meanings for sick? One of them is pretty serious judgment on a person. That's psycho, perhaps. Someone who's done some seriously bad things. Sick can also mean really good. Usually objects, things. That's a sick bike you got. I want it. Okay, so that's sick. Next up, sweet. Sweet, it's similar to the second meaning of sick I just went over. Okay, that's a sweet phone you have. It's the right size, it's a beautiful display. I want it, it's sweet. I can also win the lottery and say to myself, sweet! This is sweet. Everything's going my way today. I had a sweet day today. Sweet. That's sweet. I'm sure you know the more literal meanings for sweet. Sugar, caring, someone who's very kind, we call them sweet. But informally, sweet means good. Awesome. Sweet lecture, bro. That would be a compliment. All right, 2 more to go. Tired. Literally, obviously means want to go to sleep. Tired as an adjective can also mean old, overdone, overused. On The Cosby Show, the main character's wife always would say, Cliff, when are you going to take off that tired sweater? Meaning she didn't like the sweater because her husband probably wore it every day. It was old. It was not interesting anymore. It was lame, maybe. Something is tired. It's time to go. It's time for a new thing. It's been around so long that you're tired of it. So that's tired. And finally, wasted. Wasted means drunk. He was wasted. She was wasted. Everyone gets wasted in college.